This is the Anker SOLIX C1000 portable power station. It's about a 1 kilowatt battery. Perfect for a lot of things. I'm going to talk about what those are, and I'm going to compare it to another battery. But first of all, there is a pretty damn good discount. It's the cheapest price I've ever seen this for, $999. That's in Australia. In the US, you guys have a similar discount as well. I'll put a link in the description to the discount. It's $500 discount. It's at this point the cheapest 1 kilowatt battery that I've ever seen here in Australia. So my test compares this battery, Anker SOLIX C1000, versus this, which is EcoFlow, right? This is the Delta 3 Pro, and they're both the same size battery, but there are some differences. What I did is I hooked them both up to my sauna to see which one would last the longest. Real world test. And also my dad tested as well. Now, I don't think you guys have met my dad before. His name's Trevor, but he has a caravan. You call it maybe a motorhome or whatever in the United States, in Europe as well. Anyway, he does a lot of traveling with his caravan. So this kind of battery is perfect for him, for his situation. You can connect solar panels to these as well. So Dad has just gotten one of these Anker SOLIX batteries. He's tested it out. He's going to give us a review on what he thinks about it. And then I'm going to test them and show you guys which one is better or what the differences actually are. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking.
G'day viewers, how you going? Did you know that Kim and I are the Electric Viking's parents? Unlike him, we do not like being on this side of the camera lens. We were recently delighted to receive a power station. It's an Anker SOLIX C1000. We've never had a power station before, so we've been on the internet checking them out and experimenting with this one. We purchased 7 acres of land and constructed our home as owner builders about 10 years ago. My wife Kim was a project manager. We love the countryside, fresh air and beauties of nature. We have tried to become as self-sufficient as possible. We had 20 by 380 watt solar panels installed. That's a 7.4 kilowatt system with a 7 kilowatt Fronius inverter. Our power bill is currently in credit. Facing north-south with verandas all around helps to keep the summer sun out and allows winter sun in. We also have 50,000 litres of tank water and main supply, which is terrific for our large vegetable garden, which we often have. Living in the country, we get plenty of storms and power outages. So we decided to investigate getting a battery system installed. But unfortunately, there is nowhere around the house where we can place that battery. And the next best option is to get a power station, which we have here. We have been experimenting with it to see what it can do. Speaker, phone, watch, headphones, laptop, and about to try the toaster. I'm not sure what will happen here. And yeah, it's jumped from about 50 or 60 watts to about 760. But no trouble whatsoever. That's awesome. I also thought I'd try the kettle, but I'm not sure what's going to happen here because I know that wattage is extremely high. Oh, something's happening, yep. 2025 watts. And yes, the kettle has cut in. So it seems from that we can charge up all of our devices, computers, phones, watches, etc. Also run the kettle independently and run the toaster with all of the devices charging at the same time. It is a solution to blackouts and also to other off-grid needs. Thanks guys, see ya.
So before we get to this test of me in the sauna, getting all sweaty and pretty hot, and honestly, need a drink because this ended up being about a 34-minute sauna session. Let's first just have a quick look, guys, and see the differences. First of all, the SOLIX, same size battery. They're exactly the same, 1,056 watt hours. So just under 1.1 kilowatts. And ultimately, I think these batteries are perfect. I've used them for the following situations. First of all, I put it in my car, my EV, just in case I run out of batteries. If I'm on a long trip, perfect situation. You can charge someone else's car. You can charge your own car. There's quite a few things you can do with it, yeah? But I've used it more for this office here. The power's gone out a few times. Before I got a battery, when the power would go out, I couldn't work, couldn't do anything, right? Couldn't film videos. So I've connected this to my laptop and my screen right here in this room, the lights in this room. And when the power went out for a couple of days here, I used it. I used the battery and it powered my laptop, my screen here for a couple of days. That's how actually well these little batteries can work. It's basically a little generator. Another thing you can do, sometimes I'll charge these up when I've got excess solar during the middle of the day, which is probably 80% of days here in Australia. Excess solar, I'm wasting it. It's just not even being used. So I charge these up, and then in the evening, I can run my sauna off this. I can run my clothes dryer off this, different things like that. Saves me a bit of extra money. It means the utilities aren't making money out of me, and I'm making money out of nothing. Especially considering these batteries can last for 3,000 charges. And you're going to get more charges than that, but they're guaranteed for 3,000. The Solix, it's guaranteed for 3,000 charges. 5-year battery warranty, which is pretty much top of the industry to get that kind of a warranty. Now, when it comes to the actual design, the design here is pretty simple. Almost everything, the good thing I like about this is almost everything is on the one side. So obviously you've got an LCD screen there. You've got your 4 power points down the bottom there. You've got your USB points here. That's pretty much everything on the machine. The Anker is slightly heavier than the EcoFlow. That's one thing you can tell. But the design of the Anker SOLIX is pretty modern and quite nice and new. It just looks kind of cool, I think. Now the EcoFlow, it's more simple, more of a simple design. It has the power points here on that one side. Then you flip it around the other side, and that's where it's got the other stuff. Now I definitely prefer the Anker. Sorry, EcoFlow. I think having it on both sides, it can be difficult. And I sometimes find I've got to plug it in that side and I'm trying to spin it around so I can see this side. I think having it all on one side is better. So when I plug them both into my sauna, the Anker lasted for 34 minutes. We're talking about a 1,350 watt sauna. It takes a lot of power to run those things. I thought 34 minutes on that was pretty good. That's 34 minutes of constant power going through. The other one, the EcoFlow Delta Pro 3, that ran for 33 minutes. But I've used the Delta Pro 3 a fair bit more. So is there a tiny bit of battery degradation? I don't know, but it's only a 1 minute difference, which is really maybe 2%. It's almost nothing. Very, very close to each other in terms of actual performance. Hey guys, can you hear that noise? The battery has been going for 29 minutes. And after 29 minutes, it's making that noise really loud. Like it's sort of saying, I'm done, man. So we'll see how much longer it lasts for. So I started the battery on 99 minutes, yeah? And the temperature was on about 35 degrees, so not particularly hot. 99 minutes, and you can see there's the gauge behind us. And now it is on 70 minutes, so it's been going for 29 minutes. It's currently on 62 degrees because that's Celsius. The reason is because I opened the door a minute ago and I wanted to get a drink. But in a infrared sauna, you actually don't have the temperature as hot as you do in a Finnish sauna, or a normal traditional sauna where you have the hot rocks and you can pour water on the rocks and steam comes up. In a traditional Finnish sauna, you would normally have the temperature at about between 80 to 95 degrees Celsius. But in an infrared sauna, you normally sit at around 65. If this sauna would go to 70, I'd probably try it on 70 because I think going hotter for a shorter amount of time in your sauna is better. So I hope that gives you an idea. Infrared sauna versus a traditional Finnish sauna, which has the hot rocks. Some people call them a steam sauna, and some people call them a finished sauna. But anyway, you get my point, right? So this is a small sauna. This is 1,350 watts, which is really good. It's just for one person. You can fit two in here if you're really friendly. You're like squeezing in together. So yeah, this sauna is fairly low in power. The other sauna is 6 kilowatt. Mass, it's big. It can fit 8 people. This sauna is 1,350 watts, so 1.35 kilowatt. As you can see, it's still going, and it's still, now the battery is making a very loud noise. It's protesting. So now it's at 68 minutes, so it's been going for 31 minutes now. We'll see how long it lasts for. Okay, that loud noise, it was the sauna saying enough is enough, and it lasted for a total of 34 minutes. The other battery, the EcoFlow 1 kilowatt battery, same size battery, that one lasted for 33 minutes, 1 minute less. Pretty close, pretty similar. But yeah, the Anker just beat it. Got to say, the Anker was a little bit louder at the start and at the end of the actual battery. When I first plugged in the Anker SOLIX, the fan was a bit noisier. And then right at the end, before it was going to die, it was also, the fan was coming on as well to protect the battery. It was a bit noisier. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's part of the reason why it's rated to last for so long. Right now, the price of them, they've both got a similar MSRP or recommended retail price here in Australia. $1,599 for the EcoFlow. The Anker, that is $1,499. So it's $100 cheaper MSRP or recommended retail price. But the discount right now means that the Anker is a fair bit cheaper. It's $999 versus the EcoFlow at $1,399. But both companies have discounts from time to time. So both of these options, I think these are the two best options you can buy in the market right now. I don't think anything else compares to them in terms of the actual performance and the actual power you're going to get out of these products. So looking at the actual details for the Anker SOLIX, 1,056 watts or watt hours, I should say, exactly the same as the EcoFlow. But there are a few other little changes. Now, they both have an 1,800 watt output, and both of them have the ability to add an extra battery. The extra battery is cheaper though, because that extra battery doesn't need the inverter. It runs off the inverter in the existing unit you've got. So if you want to add on, you can add on extra batteries. You can add on more stuff with the EcoFlow, but yeah, the Anker does give you that option of adding on the extra battery like the EcoFlow does as well. Other things, okay, you can power appliances up to 99% of appliances at once with 2,400 watts across 9 ports. So there's 9 different ports on the machine. One thing that the Anker SOLIX has compared to other machines is it's very fast solar charging, right? It's actually got the ability to charge on solar at 600 watts. That's quite a lot. And I've seen other machines, other rivals that can't charge anywhere near that fast on solar. That means you can charge it on solar in less than 2 hours. And I'm talking about not solar from your roof. I'm talking about portable solar panels. So if you want to get portable solar panels, take them with you camping. Take this thing with you camping. Instead of having a generator, just recharge your battery every day using sunlight. That's a nice feature. Okay, so both of these batteries have lithium iron phosphate cells. That's pretty common in the industry now. And the SOLIX says it is rated for 3,000 cycles and it has a 5-year hassle-free warranty. Will you get more than 3,000 cycles? Yeah, probably, but I mean 3,000, if you charge the thing every single day for 3,000 days, you're looking at many, many years from now. Recharging. So it takes 58 minutes to recharge from 0 to 100%. And if you want to charge from about 10 to 80%, it takes around just under 40 minutes. So that's your actual recharging speed. And that charging speed is identical. Both machines will charge from 0 to 100% in almost exactly the same time, 56, 58 minutes. It's pretty much exactly the same. Putting out the same watts, 1,800 watts, they have a pretty similar capacity. Now, the EcoFlow is 1,024 watt hours, but the Anker SOLIX is 1,056 watt hours. So it's just that little bit bigger. Not much, but a little bit. And that might explain the difference in getting that extra minute on the sauna. In fact, it might have been about an extra minute and a half. Pretty close though. I should mention as well, guys, both of these machines do have Apps. So that's one good feature. They've both got an app, and you can use those apps. Like, let's say you're in the sauna and you don't know how much battery you got left. You can actually check on your phone and say, okay, I've got 10% battery left. I'm going to get ready to plug it into the normal power or plug it into another battery, whatever it is. One thing that's different though is EcoFlow is rated for 4,000 cycles, but only to 80%. So really, I think you're going to get pretty much the same lifespan out of both of these batteries. Ultimately, I honestly think that both of these machines, it's sort of hard to pick between the two of them on which one is the better option. Now, right now, based on the price, there's no doubt the Anker SOLIX is the best value battery that I've ever seen. And it certainly wins this comparison just simply by the fact that it is $400 cheaper. Of course, these prices fluctuate from time to time. So if you're in the market for one of these batteries, it's worth definitely checking both of these sites. These are the two battery options that I would be looking at if you're looking for a portable battery. So guys, that's been my experience with these batteries. I think they're awesome. They're so much better than having a generator. They're so good for so many different options. As I've said, I think it's great for having a jump starter in your car. You can carry these things around. Great for having camping. Great for having a portable backup to back up your office or things that you need at home. Back up your fridge. I mean, when the power goes out, you really don't want the stuff in your fridge to be destroyed. You're already getting your money back just by powering your fridge for a few hours, for a day when the power goes down. So yeah, many different use cases for these. My dad's going to use his a whole lot for his caravan. He's pretty excited. And honestly, as you guys know, for me, it saved my butt a few times with power here at home. Guys, let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what your experience is with these kind of batteries. I'm just honestly, ultimately, so stoked to see these batteries come down in price and be so affordable because, look at, say, 10 years ago. We couldn't do all this stuff. I mean, to get a battery like this 10 years ago, it was thousands and thousands of dollars. And now, thanks to these kind of companies, we have these options, which are just awesome. Let me know what you think. Bye-bye.